nation's heroes the hardest as certain military payments are placed on hold. And our next guest says Democrats have chosen illegal immigrants over our troops and our national security.
Here to explain, Fox News national security strategist and former deputy assistant to President Trump, Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Welcome.
Good morning, Rachel. Great to see you guys.
So what is your take on the messaging and how things are going in this shutdown? Because usually Republicans are pretty used to getting blamed when this happens.
Yeah, something's really changed. I think Schumer's in the hot seat right now because the American people understand what's really going on. They understand that this isn't the president's fault. This isn't the Republicans' fault. They may have the majority of the seats in both houses. But thanks to the filibuster rule, to get a continuing resolution through, they need 60 votes. The GOP only has 51, which means it's 9 Democrats. It's Chuck Schumer that have stopped this bill going through, this CR, which means they've chosen illegal immigrants. They've chosen DACA over our military. So there are active duty soldiers, Marines, airmen, Coast Guards, who will not get paid while this shutdown is in effect. And if you look at that recent CNN poll, people realize this is Chuck Schumer's fault. And that's exactly right.
Doctor, what's the real impact on our military? What's the real impact on readiness? What are the considerations the DOD and the White House are making for that?
Okay, so we know we've been reassured by Secretary Mattis, relax, our active duty personnel will be at their post, they will be defending the nation, but they're not going to get paid unless this thing is resolved. They will get that back pay, but for the time they are on post, that next paycheck will be held hostage by Chuck Schumer and by the Democrats. All reserve training, all reserve activities have to be canceled because of the lack of the CR. And up to 50%, perhaps, of the civilian employees that work for the Defense Department will be furloughed. So this is serious, Pete.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, the death benefits for anybody who dies during the shutdown. We just lost an Apache helicopter early this morning or last night, and those 2 airmen, or I don't know if they're airmen, that we lost, they're not going to get paid their $100,000 benefit. Obviously, that hurts them immediately.
Yeah, Army pilots.
Look, it's disgusting, Dean. This is, again, what do you care about? Do you care about the American people? Do you care about the 330 million Americans that are here, the immigrants that are legally here? Do you want them to be safe? Do you want them to prosper? Or do you want to grandstand and you want to make this DACA issue, which wasn't even expired yet, the priority? And we know the Democrats say illegal immigrants are the priority over Americans, and that's just shameful.
Doctor, very briefly, what matters is who blinks and who moves first.
Yes.
Chuck Schumer calls negotiating with the president jello. I feel like you might articulate it differently.
Look, I read the book, The Master of the Deal. The president is the master of the deal, and I know who's going to blink first, and it is not Donald J. Trump. The Democrats will cave.
Wow,
right.
You heard it here first.
And he put the nuclear option on the table, so that might be a little more pressure to make.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
Thanks,
Dr. Gorka.